Margaret opened the safe before Nathan shot her twice, proceeded to grab her bag, filling it with $1,600 in cash.
You got 5 bodies for $1,600? Bro, if you run me down with a gun, I'll give you the $1,600 to not me. Oh my God. And today we got... We're doing it. We're starting it. We're starting it. We're starting it. I found a playlist. Every single Five Nights at Freddy's video by Matt Pet, bro. That is a 110 video playlist. We're gonna check these out. I would be lying if I said I didn't watch a few of these when I was a kid, but I was a kid. I don't remember nothing, bro. The only thing I know, ask me Five Nights at Freddy's lore questions, and yeah, let's do that like how we do with the Minecraft ones. Ask me some Five Nights at Freddy's lore questions, and I'll see if I can answer them. If y'all even know lore questions. Who's Golden Freddy? I don't know. Who's Purple Guy? Phone Guy. That's right. Phone Guy. Afton? Phone Guy. That's William Afton? What started it all? Some guy. Children. Okay. Yeah, gang your buns. Bro, I'm 24. Anyways, let's just get straight into it. You already know the vibes. 1 curse, 3 push-ups. Let me know if you guys like these videos. We can definitely keep these going. Let's get this going. Talk to me. What happened in 87? The bite of 87. I know that one.
Hello once again, theorists. Welcome to Matt Pat Plays. Today we are playing the...
Is he playing it? I am not watching that. That is going to... I'm going to get jump scared, bro. I am good.
It's on YouTube. What is this?
Nope. No. I'm not getting jump scared, bro. I'm not dealing with that. This is old intro. I forgot about this intro. I forgot about this. This is nostalgic as I can't curse. This hoe is nostalgic, bro. Y'all don't know about this. I forgot bro, I haven't watched an old Game Theory video since freaking let me think. 2016, bro. Gotta be 2016 or something, bro. Yeah, the last time I watched a Game Theory video had to have been 2016.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where fear is our middle name. Matthew.
I forgot about that. My fault. I'm locked.
Fear Patrick. It's a very strange name. Okay, I'll admit it. I didn't give Five Nights at Freddy's enough credit when it first came out. A few jump scares from creatures that
don't do it.
Aren't that scary. People overreacting to it on YouTube.
Not an overreaction, bro. I don't mess with loud and sudden noises, bro. I don't. It's not my body. It's not my body at all.
Meh, pass. But then when I asked you about it, you showed overwhelming support for an episode on the game on Twitter, so I began to dig a little deeper.
Talk to me.
And what I found was some of the most interesting storytelling,
Bro, Five Nights at Freddy's got lore to it, bro. Y'all seen that 8-hour video that one dude made? I forgot his name. There is an 8-hour video talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's lore on YouTube right now, bro.
Intriguing mysteries and most disturbing events.
No cap. If these videos really do go crazy, I'll keep it a stack. I could do a streamer event where I react to that. I would have to do nothing for the whole day. I would do it. Have a day where I am not doing nothing. I'm not doing, because the thing is my problem with streaming is I have to edit and do other things. I have 4 freaking channels. I can cancel a whole day to do that if these videos do well.
I'd read about in a long time. Now, if you were just to play the game straight through 5 days, the story would actually come across as pretty superficial. You're the new night guard watching the security cameras at a Chuck E. Cheese-style restaurant called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. 4 animatronics roam the halls at night because the owners don't want their servos to lock up. Bad news is, you can't let them near you or else they'll kill you on the spot because you look
What's good, Toby Coon? I recognize
like
you.
a naked endoskeleton. Ow, ow! Show them those circuits. Apparently, one of them bit someone back in 87.
The bite of 87. I'm lying.
Presumably 1987. And the past guard leaves you recorded phone messages to act as your tutorial. That is, as much as he could record before he got himself killed. And that's it. Stay 5 nights, collect your paycheck, done, game over, play something new. But playing it that way is doing the game a huge disservice, because that's not even scratching the surface. If you're really observant, you start to unravel the layers of unsolved mysteries around this place. You find that there's a 5th animatronic, that posters on the wall will change randomly, that news clippings appear and disappear, telling the dark secrets of this twisted place. Putting it all together, here's
Wait, the check was $120?
say something new, but playing it that way is doing the game a check, done, game.
I'm not risking my life for a bag of groceries, bro. This chair was $25. You're risking your life for 4 of these. You are risking your life for 4 of these cheap-ass chairs, bro. Matter of fact, you're risking your life for 4 of these, bro. The abs, 5. My fault. You get 5 extra. That's ridiculous. You fighting Foxy for that? I'm good. I'm actually OD good, bro.
Over, play something new of this twisted place. Putting it all together, here's the.
To be fair, 120 was $500 in the 80s. Congratulations. You have 20 chairs. You almost have enough you have as many chairs that you see in a church, bro. You almost have enough for a morning reception, bro. Actually, shoot, buy the chairs for your funeral. We're gonna need them. Like, that's not even enough chairs to impress your crush by carrying, bro. That's still not worth it.
The rest of the story. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, once a popular restaurant, fell into hard times when 5 children went missing there.
That's what it was.
After being lured to a back room by a man dressed in a
The children are the animatronics, right? I know that.
character costume. Though a suspect was caught and convicted, the bodies of the children were never recovered. The pizzeria was also threatened with shutdown due to sanitation complaints, as foul odors started to come from the animatronics, blood and mucus oozing from their eyes and mouths. Ew. The last article, written years after the incident, states that the pizzeria would finally be closed by year end. In addition to the core 4 robots, Chica, Bonnie, Freddy, and Foxy, there's also a 5th, unofficially referred to as Golden Freddy. Ignoring the rules of physics.
How's my form? I feel like I got that. We jacking that? W4? Y'all, you gotta peep the arm. Because his arm upside down. Me, bro.
Golden Freddy appears and disappears at will, can inexplicably travel through doors, wherever, causing strange hallucinations. And when he attacks you, you're not taken to the typical game over screen. Your game crashes. So that's unsettling. And there's also strange messages appearing on the walls, repeating the words, "It's me." According to the game's creator, the place is indeed haunted.
Someone said for 120, by the way. Yeah. 20 church chairs. That's what you're doing.
By what we can only assume to be the spirits of the 5 lost children. So that's the gist of it. Murder, missing children, foul odors, killer robots, and pizza. But that story leaves a lot of lingering questions. Who is your character? How's he fit in? Why does he stay for 5 nights when he's very clearly confronting the possibility of death? What more can we know about this terrifying Golden Freddy? And most importantly, what is the complete story behind 5 Nights at Freddy's? They're all good questions about a delightfully incomplete and mysterious story with just enough threads to keep you theorizing. So now, if you'll indulge me, let me reciprocate that story with one of my own. I think you'll find it interesting. December 1993, Aurora, Colorado. 10 p.m. Tuesday night at a local Chuck E. Cheese. After a family birthday party runs long, manager Margaret Kohlberg and teenage employees Sylvia Crowell, Ben Grant, Colleen O'Connor, and Bobby Stevens are forced to stay late to close up shop. But as Margaret tallies receipts in the back, Bobby scrubs down the kitchen, and the other three work outside in the main arcade. Unknown to any of the five, there's actually a sixth person locked in the building with them.
Red dot can never ever mean anything good, bro. Red dot is always
Waiting
bad.
silently in the darkened restrooms. A 19-year-old named Nathan Dunlap.
I'm not even reading chat. I already know. I already know. This is just so disrespectful, bro. The thing is, like, I called it out before. I did this because I knew.
X100. Yo, you always streaming when I'm in work when we getting a late night stream.
Never. I'd be tired as heck.
Earlier that year, Nathan had begun working there as a cook, dough master, before getting fired in July after a disagreement over his hours. Now, 5 months later, he was back. At 10:05, he left the bathroom, pulled out a small caliber handgun, and proceeded to execute everyone
Oh, this is like true crime.
in the building. First Sylvia, then Ben, then Colleen. Dunlap then
Things like these be cooking me because, like, I can only imagine how terrified, like, the first body, like, is always, like, you know, bad. But, like, imagine being stuck in a place with minimal exits, hearing someone get shot, trying to run away, and then finding their body. Like, how terrifying. And then proceeding to hear more gunshots. That's, jeez, bro.
and moved to the kitchen, where he's surprised by
Mind you, game theory video about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Bobby Stevens. The bullet entered Bobby's jaw, sending him sprawling onto the ground. Then finally, Nathan moved to the back, the office, where Margaret opened the safe before Nathan shot her twice, proceeded to grab her bag, filling it with $1,600 in cash.
You got 5 bodies for $1,600? Bro, if you run me down with a gun, I'll give you the $1,600 to not me. Are you serious? Oh my God.
Arcade tokens, and keychains. Spurred on by the building's security footage, police were at his home a few hours later, where he was promptly arrested. Eventually, he was tried and sentenced to death, but his story re-entered the news just
16?
recently, as his punishment has been postponed, leading people to debate whether he's able to sleep soundly, knowing that his execution has been delayed. This is a tragic story, a disgusting waste of human life, and one that I won't joke about or make fun of in any way, but I want to
But you will compare it to the lore of, I love MatPat, bro.
address it because I have a strong suspicion that this story is the one that inspired Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's look at the facts.
Off rip, not even like just from him telling the story, I could see it. I could kind of see it. Actually, no, the only connection I'm making is Chuck E. Cheese. What the hell does this have to do with I said hell. What does this have to do with Five Nights at Freddy's?
First, I don't think that there's any doubt that Freddy's is a parody of Chuck E. Cheese. From the singing animatronics to the alliterative naming of the characters, the parallels are just obvious, so the setting is certainly the same. Next, what year does Five Nights take place? The time is certainly kept vague, but there are clues that we can put together. For one, the Chuck E. Cheese franchise had a tremendous period of growth and success in the late 80s and early 90s, but started to decline along the same time as arcades, with at-home video game consoles taking center stage. So that's one clue, but we can get even more detailed, specifically with your character's paycheck. Each night you're working a 6-hour shift, and you're spending 5 nights there. So that's 30 hours of total work time for $120. In total, $4 an hour. How can they do That's below minimum wage for 2014. But in 1990, minimum wage was $3.
The fact this video was made in 2014 is so insane, bro. I was y'all gonna call. Man, see, I hate being old, bro. I was literally gonna be like, dang, I was 14 while he made this video. But some of y'all were like 3. So now I was 3. I literally. This is why I hate, bro. I'm trying to make a pair. I was young as heck during this video. Shut up. I don't care if you were a fetus. I don't care if your parents were smashing to conceptualize you on this day. This video being made in 2014 is crazy because I was 14 and I think that's crazy. Shut up. Don't call me old. Shut up. I was 5. Okay, bro.
80 cents. In 1991, it was raised to $4.25. And by 1996, you were looking at about $5 an hour. So the game seems to take place between 1991.
Roto TV, for real though, I was 60. This is what I'm saying. Bro, Matt Pat easily, and I'm gonna stop glazing. Matt Pat easily has the most evergreen content on YouTube, bro. I'm ready for that conversation. I feel like he is one of the most evergreen creators. Even if because I feel like a second coming would be like gamers, right?
49 cheered. X100. Will you commit a crime for $200 or our 1,500?
I'm not committing crime for nothing. Maybe Zoe Kravitz. But, bro, I think a second one would be like, gamers, but you can only watch someone play Detroit Become Human so many times before it gets old. But Matt Pat, bro, you'll be able to watch this video in 2030 and be fine, bro. If you compare this to the other videos that were being made in 2014, it's insane.
In 1996. The Nathan Dunlap story took place in 1993. But let's move on to the most important comparison, the victims. In the game, there were 5 child victims. In the real-life story, there were also 5 victims. But we can get even more specific. Online theories about the game always tend to draw a parallel between the number of kids missing to the number of animatronics, saying that the children's bodies were stuffed in the various suits. And this appears to be true. Bonnie and Chica both have moans and raspy breath sound effects.
I didn't even know that because I've never played these games. Bro, you're not gonna catch me playing Five Nights at freaking Freddy's, bro.
Someone's trying to cling to the.
That's the sound in the game. Oh, another thing, I've never watched YouTubers play it because I'm too scared. I have no concept of the gameplay of Five Nights at Freddy's other than clips, bro. I'm good. I don't like that scary stuff. They be groaning? Yeah, I'm never playing that game. I don't care. Bro, dead.
Last threads of their lives.
They do that?
Stuffed inside the costumes. And other sounds made by the animatronics are just slowed down versions of children's laughs and screams. Additionally, as the news clipping mentions, the suits ooze blood and mucus and begin to stink like decaying bodies or reanimated corpses. So 5 victims, 5 suits, seems like a slam dunk, but nowhere does it say that all 5 were murdered, only that they went missing and couldn't be found. Also, the trouble a lot of people have with this theory is Golden Freddy. Why is that guy so limp and lifeless? So unlike the others. It's weird, until you go back to the real life story. Yes, there were 5 people shot that night in Chuck E. Cheese, which matches the 5 victims in Freddy's story, but of those, 1 survived. Bobby, the one from the kitchen, miraculously survived the shot to his jaw. After he was knocked to the floor by the bullet, he went limp, played dead, to avoid the killer coming back to finish the job. And that relates exactly to the advice you're given on night 3 by the phone guy.
Oh!
Playing dead, go limp.
Again, let me
How does he figure that out?
reiterate that I'm not trying to make light of the real-life events by comparing them to bear costumes and animatronics, but I do want to point out that these similarities do exist. And what else is limp and appears to be a lifeless, empty suit in the game? Golden Freddy. Surviving the attack, Bobby was able to go to trial and be a damning piece of evidence in the case against Nathan Dunlap, ultimately leading to his death sentence. Which animatronic surprises you by appearing randomly? The one you don't expect.
Crazy parallel.
And has no clear pattern? Golden Freddy. It's also worth mentioning that of all the cameras in the restaurant, one is always black.
kitchen the only one that's black? See, this is... It'd be moments like these where he's like, yeah, this and this and this. Proof! He just takes it and just proof! He just throws it on the table. Why on earth would the kitchen be the only one that doesn't work? Proof! Proof! He got it. Because I'd be watching these so skeptical too, bro. I'd be watching these so skeptical too. But like, that's irrefutable. That's irrefutable.
Preventing you from seeing what's going on. That camera is located in the kitchen, leading many to assume it's where Golden Freddy hides, which just so happens to be the place Bobby was able to survive the attack. So I ask, odd coincidence or source of inspiration? In fact, if you think about it, the behavior of the animatronics really corresponds with key features of each of the real-life story's victims. We just covered Golden Freddy and Bobby, but the rest have strange parallels too. Bonnie goes into the utility closet filled with floor cleaning supplies, the most prominent ones being a mop and a broom. It's probably one of the most random rooms
This is gonna be sad. He's gonna compare it to like the people though.
in the game, until you consider that Ben, the second victim, was vacuuming at the time of the attack. Foxy is kept sequestered in the back of the building, behind a curtain, more aggressive than all the rest, similar to the way Margaret, the manager, was in the back office counting receipts at the time of the murder, and her role as manager would inherently make her more...
I hate reacting to sad stuff, bro. Cause like my instinct when streaming is to BS, you know, make dumb jokes and stuff. But like, I can't talk about this, bro. I'm not gonna like...
aggressive or assertive. Sylvia was closest to the bathroom and was cleaning up the salad bar at the time of the attack. Chica walks past the bathroom and is associated with food. And Freddy, well, he doesn't have that strong of a parallel with Colleen, but he does appear in the girls' restroom. Odd for what we would assume to be a male animatronic. Maybe it's a reference to Colleen being a girl, or a nod to Nathan's plan of hiding in the bathroom until he was ready to attack. Alright, after doing all the research, reading every fan theory in existence, and putting all the clues together, what can this mean for the story of the game? I think the game is an allegory for that night back in 1993. Here's my final interpretation. You, Mike Schmidt, are the murderer, former employee of...
Wait. You're gonna have to prove this one, bro. Wait, hold on. Let me...
Freddy's Pizzeria. Like Nathan in the real story, you were fired for the reasons stated in the Day 7 pink slip: tampering with the animatronics, being unprofessional, odor. Maybe it was your tampering with the robots that caused the infamous bite of 87. Regardless, like Nathan, you were mad and wanted to get even. So you lured children to the back using a costume. Them, stuffed their bodies into the animatronic suits, hoping to get the place shut down, then left. Notice that the newspaper clippings never say it's an employee of the company luring the children away, but we know it must have been someone with access and knowledge of the employees-only section of the building. And as the newspaper clippings clearly show, just like Nathan, you were caught almost immediately, captured on the security footage. You were arrested, tried, and convicted, forced now to live on death row. The Freddy's Pizzeria you work in now are just the nightmares that haunt you, taunting you
I did not do that.
every night with the phrase, "It's me, it's me." It is you. You are the killer. The nightmare is also why everything is so surreal. Posters switching at random, heads on the animatronics glitching, Golden Freddy appearing and disappearing at will, taunting you as the one that got away. It's also why you're only at the pizzeria from midnight to 6 a.m. every night. It's a nightmare. It's in your sleep. It's a place you created.
Oh, is he insinuating this entire game is a dream?
A restaurant long closed, as evidenced by the spider webs, and overrun with angry spirits out for revenge on you, and you alone as the one who took their lives, as evidenced by them completely ignoring the naked endoskeleton
this creepy ambiance, bro.
elsewhere in the building. It's also a place you can't escape from, why you find yourself back there night after night, even after you complete your 5 nights. See you back next week, the ending text goes. You're unable to leave this terror, the threat of death, the guilt, because it never ends. And in a delightfully ironic twist, your personal hell forces you to supervise the exact same security footage that led to your capture in the first place. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Sweet dreams.
Oh. Don't jump scare me, Matt. Don't jump scare me, boy. Don't do it to me, boy.
You know what October reminds?
Tight. Hey! Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I get the concept of it being like, I'm not mad at the concept of him saying it was inspired by the story. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey bro, I'm just a reactor. However, him being the actual killer, I don't know. A recap, he didn't really talk much about the lore though. He more just described the situation with the Chuck E. Cheese thing. So I don't think I can really recap like a Minecraft video. But we're gonna keep watching. If y'all want me to, I will watch every video in this reaction folder, bro. If it's like that, if y'all want, well, let me save the playlist. Cause the folder says Game Theory FNAF in order. Bro. 110 videos. I'll do it. I got no problem doing it. But hey man, that's gonna be it for me. Hope you guys liked the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.